Hello and welcome to Two Dancing Clams. In this video, I will show how to avoid weight painting when rigging and animating solid objects. These same techniques can be applied to solve weight painting issues in soft body animations as well. The TLDR for this video is to assign weights directly to objects in edit mode using vertex groups. If this makes sense to you, this video is not for you. If you found this video because you're having weight painting issues or you're just interested in animating solid objects, stay tuned. So this is a pretty typical setup. I have three objects. The right cube is bound to the right control, the left cube is bound to the left control, and the sphere in the middle should not rotate at all. And if I rotate around the x-axis, you can see that these pixels on the sphere are getting dragged along. That's because somehow they got included in the weight painting. When rotating solid objects like this, the key is to avoid the situation to begin with. I'll show you how to do that right now. First thing I'm going to do is create some geometry to animate. Turn on screen keys, so screencast keys, so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to duplicate this cube and move it along the y-axis. And then also move this along the y-axis. And then add a UV sphere, about an icosphere. And give it a little bit more. Now I want to rig this to move the left cubes and the right cubes independently. So I'm going to go into wireframe mode and add an armature. Rotate about the y-axis, x-axis, 90 degrees. Going to, in edit mode, drag this end out a little bit. I'm going to extrude this end along the y-axis. And we don't need wireframe anymore. Okay, so now we have our two bones, and while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to give them meaningful names. So the first one was on the left, and the second one was on the right. Get out of edit mode. Now we want to attach these objects to our rigging. So the way you do that is select one, shift select the others, and lastly shift select the armature. Now we want to attach these objects to the rigging. So the way we do that is select a cube, shift select everything else, lastly shift select the armature. Now in most instructions to beginners, at this point, it would take Control P to bring up the parenting menu, and you'd be instructed to use with automatic weights. That's fine for soft body stuff, but for rigid body, we don't need that. Best to assign them to empty groups to begin with, and then we'll go back and manually assign each vertex to a vertex group. To attach things to the bones, go on down to select the cube, a cube, select a cube, go on down to vertex groups. Now, this is the right cube. I want to put it in the right, attach it to the right bone. Anything that has a weight of 1, any vertex that has a weight of 1, will move when this bone moves. Anything with a weight of 0 will not move when this bone moves. Anything in between has various degrees of movement. In this case, we're only interested in 0 and 1. So because we want this box to move with the right bones, we'll assign it. And then get out of edit mode for this. And we'll assign, again, weight of 1, we'll assign it to this bone. Now if you want to clear this, like you make a mistake or you're trying to undo some weight painting, you can change the weight to 0 and assign that to a vertex group as well, and that will cause it not to move when the object moves. So if we've done our job well, go back into pose mode, and you see only the thing we want to move moves. And you can also use this technique to clear up weight painting problems in other situations, or even do really precise weight painting. So maybe you have a head and there's a pixel somewhere near the top of the head that is weight painted and you just can't get to it to clear it. One of the things you could do is pretending this ball is a head. Let's get out of Animate mode. Let's select the sphere. I'm going to get a perfectly side-on view. Set X-ray mode so we can select both front and back facing. Select the top half. And if we change this weight to 0, this would clear all the weights in the top of your head and hopefully resolve the problem. The other thing you could do is do in the reverse. Let's suppose that you don't want to use the brush technique. You know there's an exact selectable area of your geometry you want to assign. You could again select it, give it a 1. In this case, we're going to assign it to the right bone. So assign that. Get out of edit mode. Go back into pose mode. And you can see exactly the top half of the cube is now being affected. Using this technique is faster and far less tedious than normal weight painting. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.